away from home to the places where no one wants to go. It appears a lonely road leading to a great unknown, and we learn along the way which way to go. Exchanged for the hope we barely made, and we're burning with a flame. Unplugged, unchained, leaving more to choose the same. It's our destiny to claim. But a corner of our soul, where the giants only feel the face of ghosts. There's so much more to know if we learn how to let go and rely on the living water that flows. Untouched, unclaimed, for the lost we will proclaim. In the world we overcame. Unplugged, unchained, leaving more to choose the same. Choose a life over the fame. But a corner of our soul, where the giants only feel the face of ghosts. There's so much more to know if we learn how to let go and rely on the living water that flows. Drawn into the frost on the glass was a map pointing to my secret hiding place. It led you to the tree with the split in its trunk on the way into your family's yard. In that tree you saw I brought the dog back to life. I watched you from the branches while you stared from the ground with a look I couldn't understand. So I said, leave me alone. If your only words are ugly ones, and you just smiled, and said, come and show me how it's done. and cut a path into the woods. And I cried, 'cause all my life I had known something was off, but you just shrugged and said it ain't just you. Slipping on the pavement where we ran from the ghost that you saw behind the cellar door. That's the way you showed me that I wasn't quite alone, that you'd also touched the dead before. I could lift you up, I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. I could feel your cup. You know my river won't evaporate. This world will still appreciate. You could be my luck. Even in the hurricane of frowns, I know that we'll be safe and sound. Yeah, we're safe and sound.
I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this. On each avenue the street of Strada, you can see them disappearing two by two.
We're safe and sound. I could show you love in a tidal wave of mystery. You'll still be standing right next to me. You could be my love. Even if we're 6 feet underground, I know that we'll be safe and sound. Oh, we're safe and sound. Yeah, ooh, we're safe and sound. Oh, safe and sound.
Walking down the same old road, All these stories are getting old. Now I've been trying to cleanse my soul. Oh, darling, now there's the kind of thing you gotta do alone. Down this road we're marching on. Oh yeah, singing along to my favorite songs. Life is hard, fun to tell you the truth, but nah, darling, no. But I don't care, just want some close to you. We'll be standing on the rooftops, yeah, watching as the sun drops. Every word I say to you is true. Singing songs at midnight to finish off a great night. Darling, you can find me close to you. What's the rush? Start and take your time. Oh, I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Oh, and I don't know if you know, but girl, you're one of a kind. Oh, darling, now a woman like you these days is hard to find. We'll be standing on the rooftops, yeah, waiting for the sun to drop. Now every word I say to you is true. Singing songs at midnight, yeah, to finish off a great night. Now, darling, you can find me close to you. We'll be standing on the rooftops, watching as the sun drops. Every word I say to you is true. Singing songs at midnight, yeah, to finish off a great night. Darling, you can find me close to you.
Floorboards, the cot near the front door. The moon was gone from sight, the world was dark as nightmare. You took all my fears and you wrapped them in wonders. But there's no magic inside the moon, it's just a rock you can't reach. Sharp knife, but I was never the dull mind. I was somewhere in between a thorn and acquiescent. So you said it was for me when you tried to break me. Well, you can save your breath, I know I'm not the kind you pray for. Of bad blood, but now I see where